Yo, hello. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Let's get this. Let's get this live started, guys. Let me know who is on. Who do we have here today? I can't wait to go over this thing with you. If you guys can tell by the title of the stream, we couldn't lose this week, guys. We couldn't lose. Not a single L in my channel. We cooked. It's never a sad day when we're just cooking like the way we did. How do you want your steak? Medium rare? How do you guys want your steak? You guys tell me. You guys like my Yoda? Hold on. Wait. Let me show you something, guys. So me and Megan got these like fitness watches that like look at everything. Wait, is it the wrong way? I don't know how I'm gonna show you. Let me just take it off for a sec. Let me show you guys my Yoda. Chat is working nice. Good. Oh wow, now it's not even showing, man. Cause okay, now I'm cooked. Never mind. I was trying to be cool. I was trying to be like show and tell, because I love my Yoda thing that tells me how many steps I've done or what my heart rate is and my calories and all that kind of stuff. It tells me my stress levels, how my sleep was. He got shy, yeah, he did. He did. He didn't want to be on YouTube Live. Yeah. Yeah, see? You can kind of see my Yoda. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. You see it? A707. All right. So, you like the background action? What background action? Oh! I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you could possibly be talking about. Are you talking about... Oh, you guys must be talking about my my lamp. You guys like my lamp? My lamp's name is Linguini. Megan's tried getting rid of him so many times, right? She's tried getting rid of him so many times, and he's just survived. Linguini is my favorite lamp. It's just a stick. It's a stick lamp. It's beautiful. What the F? Ayo. Wait, what are you talking about? He's a stream cat. He needs to do his job. Thanks. Oh, you guys like the shirt? You guys like the shirt? I don't know if you can see it properly. If anyone's like brand new to the stream, just saying, like, we're gonna talk about trading in a sec, I promise. I want to show you guys why we're so goated at what we do. But first, you have to deal with my bullshit. Sorry. Okay, brother, what kind of stream did I join into? Does the watch make a sound when you get angry? There's one that does it. Really? Yeah, no. There's actually some. So, Megan has, or actually, there's a variant of her watch that actually makes it so that, it like gets, it's like her dinosaur it like goes on fire when she's stressed. So yeah. Brother, what kind of stream did I join? Oh yeah, the background action is because of Megan. If you guys didn't realize.
Sorry, I'm making him steak.
Oh, no. Do you guys hear her in the background, or is the quality more isolated? Because what I was talking about was this. Yeah, the backshot o'clock action that's happening today on TGIF. Please do not ban the stream. I clarified that this stream is not for children. I think that's probably what fixed it, so you guys can talk in the chat. Does the freaky lamp glow? Christian, is that watch a Samsung? No, it's a Garmin. It's a Garmin. It's really nice. Christian, can I expose the two puppets there in the background? Oh, yeah. The stream's a little delayed, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, well, you guys ready? 3. I love OBS. Look at this. 3, 2, 1. Wow, look at that. That was so clean. Yeah, I think it's because it's so there's nothing we can do at this point with the isolation of the when Megan's on her grind, she's on her grind. All right. So, let's take a look at Nasdaq, okay? So I'm so inspired. I was about to drop a link where you can get a Ben 10 Omnitrox case for that watch. Oh, yeah, no, we don't have that one. That sounds cool though. Okay, so yeah, let's get into trading. So let's go back to I think I marked up MNQ. That's what I said. Moving sideways on this asset, trading it has been terrible recently. Once we either get respect or disrespect of this imbalance, we'll make a call out in the outlook channel, leaning bearish because of market structure. And ultimately, we did go bearish the first couple of days of, price. Then we went bullish, and then we went bearish again. So overall, the weekly candle was a doji. So we were directionless, which technically means that we were right. We were right because we had a bearish doji. So W's, we were correct on the week, and we're able to capitalize on some really good trades this week. So this week on Nasdaq. By the way, who made money on the signals this week? I hope all of you did. And by the way, we have a competition coming soon, right, Megan?
Yes, very, very soon.
We have a competition coming soon, and there's
A lot of money.
10 spots that we have for this competition. Megan's telling me to shut up.
Yes.
Who thinks they're the best traders and champions? Who wants to represent champions at the highest level? You guys tell me. Because Can you please, guys, drop a message in the... I don't know who's on. Drop a message in the academy to get everyone on this freaking stream. Like, everybody. Get everybody on this damn stream right now. Because they need to hear what I'm going to say after at the end.
Yell at them.
Let's continue though. Okay, previous day high, previous day low. We'll mark that up. Previous week high, previous week low. This Monday. So, we finally disrespected this bearish imbalance, came in inversion for value gap. We're respecting it even on the daily chart. I'm sort of leaning towards being a bit bullish, but it's still like a sideways market. That daily candle was really just a liquidity sweep, so we could actually still be heading bearish. You know, that's possible. So we just want to be a bit mindful of that. Okay. I'm totally surprised about this revelation. I know, Jamars. It's the first time you're hearing about it. What is the contest details? I had no idea we were going to be entering a massive comment. Yep. So, we're gonna go crazy, by the way, with this contest. And if you guys are on the stream right now, oh yeah, I know you have to leave the stream to go on WAP and message. So yeah, if you guys want to do that, you can, but then come back. So yeah, what we're gonna do crazy competition. We're gonna give you guys more details. If you guys are interested in details on how to make some money for free, it's absolutely free. Then let us know. Well, it's free for 10 people. Wait, what? Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Stop.
Sorry, I'm like Tom Holland. My bad. When it comes to spoilers. Okay, so let's mark up the charts. All I'm gonna say though is if you're interested in some cool stuff, stay until the end. Okay. We're only gonna probably be like 40 minutes in total from the start time, 35 minutes, something like that. So yeah, we're gonna do the markup. We're gonna do the markup quick, and yeah, okay. So previous day high, previous day low. What do we do? What is bias? On TGIF every single week, what we do is we actually mark up the charts ahead of time. We show you guys what's going to happen in the markets. We predict essentially day by day what's going to happen or overall for the week. And last week we're looking at our predictions, full transparency of what we called out last week, how it played out this week, why we were able to literally not lose at all this week with the trade signals, and why sending out these trades and so you guys made money, like why it happened, like what is it that we did. So on Nasdaq, if I look at the signals this week, February 23rd, was it the first one? Yep. February 23rd, we sent out a buy Euro USD and a sell NAS. We hit Nasdaq full TP at 280 points. Some of you guys may be used to seeing 2,800 pips. We're not really going by that language anymore because the pips are sort of just like inaccurate. It's points. So we're going to go 280 points. But yeah, uneducated people would say 2,800 pips, and that's it looks fancier. So I mean, if you want to give me credit for that, for sure. But February 24th, USD CAD, we had another buy trade on a Forex. We hit a TP2 on that. It was really nice. We sold NASDAQ, and we did again. So we sold NASDAQ for the first 2 days of the week, and we got 100 points on the second day. Okay. Then yesterday, I took Wednesday off, and then yesterday, I sent out a gold trade, and that trade literally closed out today at a full 440 pips. To give you perspective, had you taken that trade on a $100 account, you would have made $44 as a 44% return. If you took that trade on a $1,000 account, you would have made $440. That's a 44% return. I wouldn't recommend taking that much size on a $10,000 account because you risk a bit differently. But just to give you perspective, like that's what the trade would have made you. It would have made you a ton of money, and like you would have been insane. So it was a really good week. We called out the market well. And it's always a good week when we see that, because the first three, and the reason why I'm so hyped about it is because the first 3 weeks of this month, I literally just wasn't trading because the markets were not giving. They were not doing anything good. And like you guys know, with how we operate, we prefer quality over quantity. We don't want to just be spamming signals because we feel like we just want people to just, like I'm not here to please and enable bad habits. I want you guys to really like have the real trader mindset down of staying out of markets when they're bad and taking trades when they're good, right? So that's what we're doing. So overall, what do I see here on NASDAQ? I see that we got our first kind of like high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Like we're kind of seeing that structure form a little bit. So what I'm going to write here is we disrespected the daily fair value gap, which has now become an IFVG that we are currently respecting. If we get bullish confirmation during the early week, we'll look to long the market. However, we have a lot of low resistance liquidity resting below, which could easily be a target. Mostly undecided. Still. Okay. If you guys don't know what that is, by the way, obviously, like you guys will be learning about it. Some of you guys may be brand new to obviously what we're doing, but some of you obviously with experience, you know what I'm talking about. We got a lot of low resistance liquidity resting down below, so that could be scary if you're buying. And so we may not want to entertain all that. So let's mark this up here. More low resistance liquidity over here. And we have previous week low as low resistance liquidity. So if we get a lot of bearish signs, I'll be shorting the market especially because we have a buy side liquidity sweep, and you can see here we had a bearish break of structure. We have this 4-hour bearish for value gap, which I was looking to target today. I wanted to sell from this today. I was looking for a sell trade. I didn't get my ideal sell trade, so that was the situation today. We did tap into this one a little bit, but if you notice, we also have a bullish overlap, so we have a BPR resting up above, which could be a nice area for price to want to go to. So I expect price to go into this BPR next week, and then, potentially give us some action after that. So that's what I'm looking at right now, okay? We got all these overlaps. Again, if this sounds like alien language to you, you'll understand it soon, so don't worry, okay? But the more you expose yourself to this information, the more it'll make sense in the future. So overall, I'm pretty bearish, honestly, but I have to wait to see how we respond to this BPR, which I'm actually going to write down. But that'll change, right? That'll change once we see the reaction from the 4-hour BPR. So overall for NASDAQ, if you guys are looking to know whether to buy or sell next week, wait for that BPR to be respected or disrespected, and we're going to go from there, okay? What do you mean I try to make my 50 trades a month? Let's say price had reached the 4-hour bearish FEG, on which time frame would you look for an entry on MNQ? Anything, 5-minute, 15-minute. If I have to go lower, I'll go lower. Wherever the opportunity presents itself first, that aligns with higher time frame structures. So I don't go in the 1 minute right away. I usually go to the 15-minute first, see if we see any 30-minute or 50-minute for value gaps get disrespected. Then at that point, I'll go to low time frame. Okay? So let's go to let's go, no, not S&P. So we got NASDAQ. Let's go to gold. What happened to gold this week, guys? We went crazy. We went crazy on gold. Okay. So I don't know. Do I still have this straight here? Yeah, we do. 4-hour for value gap got respected. It was also a daily volume imbalance. If you guys know what volume imbalances are, you can see very plainly we had a volume imbalance get tapped into and wake up. So for those of you that are wondering what all these definitions are, we actually have a trader terminology cheat sheet in the Academy. You guys can go to the Academy files and it's there if you want to get familiar with all of this. Then obviously watching the videos in combination with that will give you everything you need. Now, obviously, if you're someone who's on YouTube and you're coming in and you're watching this for the first time, you don't know where to go. I mean, obviously, you guys can check the links in the description to check out what trading avatar you are. If you guys want to trade with the community or if you want to trade solo, there's a lot of free resources on YouTube, but I can't promise you that you'll, do things very fast because I just literally can't promise you that. When I was learning on YouTube for the first time, it was pretty tough. There was like a lot of like people going back and forth with, what was the best strategy and like, how you should be trading. And it's just all opinion based. I think having a proven system is the most important thing you can have. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. But let's go into gold and what we called out this week. So we were very bullish for gold. And ultimately, every single day went bullish except Tuesday. So our bias was correct. Again, we predicted that price would continue to go higher. I can delete these with full confidence now, knowing that price has done exactly what we wanted to do. You see on the weekly chart, our weekly call out of this weekly fair value gap played out exactly like we wanted it to. And high time frame is still bullish. With this massive crash, we're going to expect price to take out more liquidity inside either the weekly. This was an old bias that we had, but we were overall bullish. So if I go here, price is reacting well to all of our bullish. So bullish meaning buy, right? All of our bullish POIs. And ultimately looks like it'll continue climbing to all-time high territory after the massive correction, which is just a retracement, which is when price, what goes up must come down. And when it finally goes down, a lot of people get scared and they panic, but you have to understand that that is the best opportunity to start looking to make a lot of money. So when gold went down here, people were like, oh, I'm getting rid of all my gold. This like took me out. It's insane. I'm losing so much money. But it's like that was a great time to re-enter the market, buy, and look at that. In the span of just this February, gold itself has gone up almost 20%. A 20% investment, like a return on your investment in a month, compared to the 0.05% that the banks give you a year, is saying a lot. Like you should be happy with that, right? Now, obviously, with day trading, we caught a 440 pip gold trade, which is 44% in one day. That's ridiculous. But these are things you will learn how to do if you're aligned and you can tolerate, day trading, which I think is an amazing skill for everybody to learn. So I got my 4-hour fair value gap. So overall, if you haven't figured it out already, I'm extremely bullish on this. And I think that, we're just going to keep pressing higher. So I don't think that we're going to go down. So if you guys want to buy gold next week, it's probably the best thing to do. Do you wait for PO3 to line up too with Omar's question? Absolutely. I'm always waiting for PO3 to line up. And if it's not pretty, I'm waiting for a big manipulation event in New York session. Okay? Always. Like Bitcoin right now, time to invest now while it's cheap. Yeah, Bitcoin dropped like a crazy amount. We'll go over that if you guys want to. Let me know if you guys want to see a Bitcoin analysis today. And over here, you have a 4-hour for value gap fill. We got this 4-hour for value gap. A 4-hour break of structure over here, which is nice, right? So we'll take a look to see if price wants to come down here. But look, this was our trade. This was our trade this week, and ultimately did finish today. We had a big sweep of liquidity. So look at London and Asia, right? You might have thought London was sweeping Asia high, but what we were waiting for in reality was for New York to activate, and we took out big sell side liquidity over here with a nice break of structure, nice fair value gap on the 15-minute time frame into the order block, into a discount, and we caught a massive run, right? Massive, massive, massive run. It almost hit max TP in the first day, but then it took the second day during New York session, right before New York session, to activate. So I'm going to probably do a trade vault video on this. If you guys want to see a full trade breakdown of this trade and what happened, I'll break it down for you guys. In the Champions Academy, there's a trade vault section that we've launched where I go deep into detail over certain trades. So I'll go over that for sure for you guys. But yeah, let's take a look at this. We marked up all of our stuff. And overall, I'm bullish. So there's nothing left to really talk about except this liquidity over here, which is all-time high territory. All right, that's big money. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin. So last week, what I say? Last week I said after sweeping massive liquidity and forming a weekly swing low, plus filling a monthly bullish fair value gap, we may look for price action to move higher until at least the bearish weekly fair value gap on top of us. So if you guys will go to the monthly chart again, you might be thinking I'm crazy for looking at this chart, but I'm expecting in the next 24 hours, if price respects, is tomorrow the last day of February? Yeah, it is. So we got one more day left. So if price reacts and respects this monthly, it's tiny. It's like a sliver. But if it does, and you guys know this, you've seen this before, sometimes price wants to respect the tiniest fair value gaps, and it's insane. Were you actually keeping an eye on gold yesterday past 11, or was it a markup that you were waiting to hit? No, it was a markup I was waiting to hit, so I found it at around like 10:30 a.m. And then I'm like, yeah, this looks really good. If price... I'm seeing so much manipulation, and I'm seeing a late start because of the news event that I think we had that day. And so I was checking every 30 minutes, every 15 minutes to see if price would enter that area. It took about an hour, 2 hours to do so. And then when it came back down into that area, I was talking to Megan. I'm like, babe, hold on. I'm sending out a signal. She's like, what? But it's like the afternoon. I'm like, yeah, but this is the one. and then we sent it out, and the rest is history. But yeah, I don't normally look at the markets past like 11 a.m. But for gold, it is one of those assets that sometimes is a little bit finicky. And I noticed, especially recently, it's been having a lot of moves in the afternoon session that it has like just been insane. And so capitalizing on that just made sense. So yeah, that monthly fair value gap we're definitely waiting for. We're going to see what happens there. On the weekly time frame, there's not much except this bearish one that I've been looking at. But I do see this weekly swing low. So whenever you guys see a weekly swing low, what's a swing low? If for my beginners in here, left shoulder, middle, right shoulder. If this low is like the lowest point, we call that a swing low. It's like three fingers. My three fingers down is a swing low. Three fingers up is a swing high. Same thing with candles, right? If you see the candles make that formation, especially in a high time frame. Not saying it's going to be signs of reversal for sure, but price always has a way of kind of distributing, at least for some time, right? So swing high, went down, swing high, went down, swing high, went down, swing high, went down, right? Swing low, went up, swing low, went up for 2 weeks, swing low, went up for 2 weeks, right? Swing low, went up for like months. This tends to happen. So when I see a swing low here, it's not the prettiest, but I expect that at some point soon, we're going to have a reaction. And it seems like we are. Because we swept the sell side liquidity, we moved aggressively in the opposite direction, which if you guys know what's liquidity sweep, it's a swing low getting taken out by a second swing low and moving aggressively in the opposite direction, right? We had that happen. Michelle sent me a message today. She says, Christian, take a look at this BPR. And we currently are inside of it. Really good identification. But we didn't get a convincing break of structure. And so this could be a liquidity sweep where price reverses, right? So we want to be mindful of that. We want to be mindful of that and wait to see what happens here. And I'd want to see a 4-hour or a 1-hour break of structure before, with a good setup, before I actually take a trade here. So I'm still waiting. I do think we can get a big trade, but it's yeah, we gotta wait. We gotta wait and see what happens. Okay. So if you guys remember what happened last week around May, we sent out a Bitcoin trade, and it was my biggest trade ever. It was a $10,000 trade in one position, and I was going crazy, and it was in a similar territory as this one where we had a retracement. We're waiting to go higher, so I expect something like that to happen soon, especially after how much we dumped. So I think you guys definitely should be paying attention to Bitcoin, and I think some big things are going to happen soon. Okay. Let's see. Big things come in small packages with those FEGs, 100% on high time frame. I agree. A bit too much predicting the future, but maybe price could continue to go bearish next week. Maybe first creating the monthly wick if it then decides to go up. Well, since the month ends tomorrow, I think that we need to push higher now. I think we have to. I don't think we should go lower. I'd like price to respect this BPR and just move higher. How long do you think it'll take for Bitcoin to reverse trend? Because those are a lot of weekly confluences to disrespect. Yeah. No, I agree. I think what will happen is the first move is price will do this, go into this weekly, drop. Everyone's going to be like, yeah, we're going for more liquidity below. Then it'll take out a high, a break of structure over here, fill in FEG, then go higher. All right. And we got a monthly inversion fair value gap. That's, I think, where we came from. Right, that was the one we called out. Yeah, monthly inversion fair value gap. We need this to be disrespected. Ultimately, we need a lot of disrespect of these imbalances to go higher. This can be a monthly liquidity sweep, right? It can be. So we got to see if that's what happens. So next month, if we get a strong reaction in March and April, the rest of the month, or the rest of the year, we're gonna continue to take out all-time highs. I love that this is recorded and it's on YouTube because you guys can like literally just like screen capture this moment, and when price does what I'm saying it's going to do, then you guys can use this as a reference as to why that happened. And I've told some people to do this before too, because it's like being able to call out the market is a great skill and it helps a lot, but you need to find the entries. So like, cool. Like this guy knows how to read the market, but like finding the entries is a whole different game. Then emotions are a whole different game. Being a trader has so much more than just like, this is like one level that you get to and you're happy, but there's so much more that comes after that. But I do think we're going to just disrespect all this stuff. I don't see a reason for price after dropping like 50%. Like look at our 6-month P&L. Our percentage drop. 40% Bitcoin has dropped in the last in the last 6 months. Glad I didn't like that setup. It hit stop loss in Bitcoin. I'm not. I probably don't remember which one we're talking about. All of March. Yeah, I think all of March we need to go bullish for us to like get some good momentum. What if we don't reverse and continue lower? If we reverse and continue lower, then crypto will be gone, dissolved, and then everyone that holds crypto will just be cooked. That's what happens.
4 minutes.
Okay, no, I'm kidding. So I'm just gonna write this note down. Okay. If price does go lower, then we continue waiting. That's all that happens. There we go. That's my analysis. So we got 3 things done. Let's do a couple more and then we'll call it a night. Let's do oil real quick. I'm very interested in oil. Oh my gosh. Yo. Michelle. Please. Tell me you had a good excuse for not catching this, Michelle. I kept calling up Michelle because she was looking at this thing this week. It was so bad. But then today was the day. Daily. What was the PO3? Oh my goodness. Horrendous. Yesterday, so Thursday would have been the day to trade this. I know you were looking for that. It would have been a swing trade. Absolute swing trade. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I got you. So overall, guys, extremely bullish. There's nothing to say except continuing with this narrative. If you guys want to get gas, go get that gas now because this is going to start climbing, okay? There we go. All right. Let's do one more as per your request. Guys, let me know in the chat what you guys want to see. And we'll do that, and then we'll call it a night, and you guys can go about your, Oh my gosh, look at all this liquidity going higher. Oil is so underpriced right now. It's super underpriced. We've been, like, extremely, like, cooked. Look at all of that. Yep, right here. I remember we called this out last year, June 2025. I've been waiting for this reaction. And I think this is now finally the time. Okay. Great price action. Beautiful price action. USD CAD, Euro USD. What are you, Donald Trump? Those are fighting words. What did I say? EU. UC. We got a split decision. Oh wait, no. Two votes for EU. I'll let 2 more votes come in. but I think we have a winner. And unfortunately, it's the most dog water one of them all. Here, weekly fair value gap. We had sell side liquidity. I took a buy trade. And it went in profit, but then we closed out at break even. So we disrespected the 4-hour imbalance, like we said. Beautiful. But everything else was sort of mid. And price action on this looks really mid. So we're going to not pay attention to that. Euro is, I was talking to Remco about it. I know he's not awake because he's all the way in Stroop Waffle Land. But he's not liking how Euro's looking, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not liking how Euro's looking. It's extremely sideways. There's a lack of anything. I'm still leaning bullish. Like, we did go bullish, so our bias last week was correct. We did go bullish, but it's just sideways bullish, right? So I'm still leaning bullish overall until we disrespect this weekly fair value gap. But this price action is chopped. Okay. And I'll make the Canadians happy. And I'll go to UC quick. Because USD CAD didn't do me dirty this week. USD CAD gave us a nice TP. So I'm very pleased. Alright, we cut a nice trade. So, last one, and we're gone. So, should only take us a minute. Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. So this is our previous week high. Previous week low is this current day low. And do we have anything here that is worth noting? Well, I'm still headed for this weekly BPR. Like, I want to get there. It's a crazy liquidity sweep. The 1 hour formation gives the most clarity with sell side liquidity down below. P3 is a bullish entry. I'm literally expecting the same thing, the exact same thing this week. So I'm bullish. I see this daily liquidity sweep. This previous swing low got swept. And if we go to the 4-hour time frame, if we look at that, we just need a disrespect of this 4-hour fair value gap. If we get a disrespect of this 4-hour FEG, then I'm looking good. And I'll start looking for longs. Okay? So if we get disrespect of the 4-hour FEG, we cooking longs. Okay? So that's what I'm looking for. There's I'm gonna call it a daily and 4-hour sell side. So I'm gonna put 4-hour sell side liquidity sweep. Okay? So that's what I'm looking for. We won't know if it's an actual liquidity sweep or a break structure until we disrespect this, so we'll see. All right? That's my analysis, guys. That is the breakdown. I hope you enjoyed this session this week. Every single week, we do live breakdowns of the chart after the market has closed. Once it's the after hours of the market, we tell you guys what you should be doing next week, what you should be trading, how you should position yourself to be on the right side of the market and make money in the way that like 99% of traders out there in retail do not do. And yeah, I'd say you guys saw every single call out that we had was correct today. And that's why I say we have like a 95% accuracy rate. So please do not waste the opportunity to be on calls like this and learn and get value and just show up. Showing up is like the hardest part of the journey because a lot of people can't be consistent, and consistency is a very expensive trait. Commitment's an expensive trait. Can't expect it from cheap people or people that don't have any ambition. So we got to go and literally just freaking crush it this week. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you had an amazing February. Hope you enjoyed, the trades and you made some money this month. And I believe March will be a bigger and better month for everybody. So undefeated week this week, over 800 pips caught. That's an 80% ROI on any investment. And, weeks like that, you have to be super grateful for. But yeah, I do want to mention the tournament. Here's what I'm going to say, and I'll end it off with this. We're having a tournament coming up. It's a global tournament. Our traders will be able to compete against other traders in other trading communities around the world through our partnered broker, one of our partnered brokers, Hero. If you guys have been waiting for the Hero Games are finally here. It's like the Olympics for trading, right? It's really cool. So it's $50 to enter this competition because they're giving away, I think, $5 million in prizes. We, as a company, have been blessed to be given 10 free entries into this competition. Maybe, maybe not. We'll figure it out. But that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna give details. We're gonna wait for all of that. If you guys are interested, we're gonna make a post. If you guys are interested in locking this down, we're gonna have a specific format to get you guys in this competition and flex your skill. So March is gonna be crazy. All right, guys, stay tuned to the announcements. The announcements tab. We'll keep you guys updated. Things are going to be crazy. We're going to do a lot of really fun stuff. And yeah. Sound good, guys? Good chatting with you. Enjoy the rest of your night. TGIF, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.